Powell sends strongest signal yet that interest rate cuts are coming. August 22, 2025. Washington, D.C. Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell has provided his most definitive indication to date that interest rate reductions may be forthcoming, suggesting a significant change in the central bank's monetary policy as inflation demonstrates persistent signs of easing. During his address at the annual Jackson Hole Economic Symposium, Powell stated, "We are now observing consistent evidence that inflation is reverting to our 2% target. If this trend persists, the circumstances will likely soon justify a modest adjustment to the federal funds rate." This declaration represents the most dovish stance Powell has adopted since the Fed commenced its aggressive tightening cycle in 2022. Following a historic series of rate increases aimed at addressing the sharp rise in prices after the pandemic, markets have been closely monitoring for indications of a shift. Economic backdrop supports loosening. Recent economic indicators have revealed a steady decrease in core inflation, now trending near 2.3%, down from a peak exceeding 6%. Concurrently, labor market conditions have softened slightly but remain stable, with unemployment rates hovering around 4%. "We have made substantial progress," Powell remarked. "The labor market is cooling in a healthy manner, and inflation expectations remain well anchored. These are the results we were striving for." Analysts interpret these comments as a strong indication that the Federal Reserve could commence rate cuts as early as the next FOMC meeting. Some economists anticipate the first cut could occur in September, while others foresee action before the year concludes. Markets react positively. Markets reacted promptly to Powell's remarks. The S&P 500 surged over 1.5% on the day of his address, and bond yields declined as investors adjusted for the increasing probability of lower interest rates. The yield on the 10-year Treasury note fell below 4.1%, marking its lowest level in months. "This is the clearest green light we've received from Powell thus far," stated Sarah Mitchell, chief economist at Brookridge Capital.